to wear headgear with tiny cameras pointed at their faces to capture every micro-expression, which was then translated onto the Gnostics characters. This blend of practical and digital design made every character, human or Gnostics, feel like they belonged in the same world. Let's zoom in on the environmental design of Pandora, because it's not just a backdrop, it's a love letter to nature. Cameron and his team didn't just throw together a generic jungle. They created an ecosystem with its own rules. Pandora's flora and fauna interact like a real biosphere. For example, the bioluminescent plants light up when touched, a detail inspired by real creatures like jellyfish and fireflies. The Hallelujah Mountains, those floating islands that blew audiences away, were designed with input from physicists to explain how they could float in Pandora's magnetic fields. The creatures, like the hammerhead-like thanators or the glowing fan lizards, were crafted with input from zoologists to ensure their anatomy made sense. This level of care makes every scene feel alive, like you're exploring a National Geographic documentary on an alien planet. The collaboration behind Avatar is another reason it's so special. Cameron didn't do this alone. He assembled a dream team. Producers John Landau and Colin Wilson kept the massive production on track, coordinating between studios, countries, and departments. Cinematographer Mauro Fiore, who won an Oscar for his work, used innovative lighting to make Pandora's colors pop from neon blues to fiery oranges. The art direction team, led by Rick Carter and Robert Stromberg, created concept art that guided every visual element, from Gnostics villages to human bases. Even the catering team deserve a shout-out. Feeding thousands of crew members across multiple locations was no small feat. This collaborative spirit is why Avatar feels so cohesive, despite its massive scope. Let's talk about the global impact of Avatar, because this movie didn't just entertain, it changed the conversation. When it hit theaters in December 2009, it became a cultural touchstone. People weren't just watching Avatar, they were experiencing it. Theaters offered midnight screenings, IMAX showings, and 3D experiences that sold out for weeks. Families, friends, and even strangers bonded over their shared awe. Social media, well, MySpace and early Twitter back then, was buzzing with fans sharing their reactions. The term post-Avatar depression even popped up, as some viewers felt a longing to live in Pandora's vibrant world. The movie's environmental themes also sparked discussions about conservation, with organizations like Greenpeace praising its message. It wasn't just a film, it was a movement. The merchandising and tie-ins were everywhere. Beyond the video game and toys, there were Avatar novels, art books, and even a Cirque du Soleil show inspired by the film years later. McDonald's launched a Happy Meal campaign with Gnostics figures, and theme parks like Disney's Animal Kingdom eventually built Pandora, the world of Avatar, a fully immersive land where you can walk through glowing jungles and ride banshees. This level of cultural penetration shows how Avatar wasn't just a movie, it was a phenomenon that left a lasting mark. Let's not forget the challenges the production faced. Making Avatar was a gamble. The budget was astronomical, and the technology was untested. Early test screenings of unfinished footage had some studio execs nervous. Could audiences connect with blue aliens? But Cameron's confidence never wavered. He pushed his team to innovate, even when it meant inventing new software or rebuilding sets. There were moments when the rendering computers overheated or the motion capture tech glitched, but the team powered through. This perseverance paid off, proving that big risks can lead to bigger rewards. When you watch Avatar, you're seeing the result of a team that refused to settle for anything less than extraordinary. Why should you care about Avatar in 2025? Because it's not just a nostalgic hit. It's a film that still feels fresh. The visuals haven't aged a day, thanks to the forward-thinking tech. The story's themes, respect for nature, cultural understanding, and the human spirit, are more urgent than ever in a world grappling with AI, climate change, and global conflicts. Plus, Avatar kicked off a franchise that's still growing, with sequels like Avatar, The Way of Water, 2022, and more on the way. Watching the original now is like opening the first chapter of an epic saga. You want to see where it all began before diving into the next installments.